Paul.
What is going on, everybody?
Hello. Good evening.
How are you doing, Mark?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on here.
No problem.
I appreciate you coming on, taking your time out of your day and your schedule.
No problem.
Just get home and jump right into it.
Yes.
I love your shirt.
Gotta represent Brian.
Yep. I like Brian. I met him what was it last year, I believe? It's a February show in Arlington. I had just started listening to him on his podcast, and I was like, dude, I freaking love you. I said, I love your voice. And he's like, oh yeah. He was thinking, oh, it's going to be sexy. She's going to say it's sexy or something. I'm like, yeah, you put me to sleep. And he's like, so that's how that conversation went.
It was a little early for me on the West Coast here, but as soon as I wake up, I turn that on and have my cup of coffee and join in.
Oh shit! Where are you in the West Coast?
I'm in San Diego.
But probably the best weather in the whole United States.
Yes, pretty much 75 year round.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that sounds just beautiful.
Hey, Shauna, how's it going? Kev, hope all is well this evening.
Thanks for showing up, Kev.
Look here, Jay. Jay is getting a little lesson today.
That's right, you're teaching him.
I'm trying to teach Jay how to run a backstage, and it can be overwhelming. I promise you that. To say the least.
Speaking of yep.
What's up?
What's going on, Ken? Who else we got in there?
I'm looking.
Anybody
else?
You
know how it is. There's your friend.
Gerald.
Gerald.
Thanks for everyone showing up. Oh, there's another Gerald. Gerald with a G.
Yep. Crabtree. Sorry, it takes me a minute because I'm the world's worst about forgetting to put my glasses on.
Well, you got to put your glasses on. That's like the best part about it.
Leave me alone.
But now you're going to see the reflection.
I know it. That's why I don't wear them.
That's why I put my contacts in. I got to look. So.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to talk Paul into putting his green screen up, but he doesn't want to. But these things are a pain.
Yeah. To be honest, I ordered a green screen and I thought it was, the right size. And so like when it sits, it's like only this much around my back. So it has to be up against my back.
Yep.
So, and I figured, why am I going to spend more money?
Yep.
Maybe just buy a sheet.
So Mark, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a science teacher. I teach chemistry and biology at the high school level. And ever since I've started teaching, I started in the 2000-2001 school year. So this is my 24th year in teaching.
Oh.
And the first thing
You ready to retire?
7 more years, hopefully. We'll see.
Okay.
But I'm actually teaching at the same high school that I went to, and my teacher at that time, he had a lot of aquariums and reptiles and stuff in his classroom, and I kind of wanted to replicate that. So as soon as I started teaching, I started doing some research on reptiles that are non-threatening, friendly for the classroom, and of course ball pythons came up, so I had to get me a ball python. And at that time it was the crazy prices. I got a copy of Reptiles magazine and I saw like piebald and albino. I was like, I want that. I went online and looked at the prices. $25,000. I'm like, man, I cannot afford that. So started with a normal and went from there.
Wow. So how many snakes are you up to now?
Going into this season, I had 74. And
oh, nice.
I think I've hatched 67. So do the math there.
Wow.
140 around there. And I've kept everything because I do want to do genetic testing. And I did sell one just yesterday. So that was my first sale of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking to move at least half of the babies I hatched this year and keep the rest.
Paul and I were talking earlier about watching your videos, and we absolutely love them because you have one of the clearest pictures, and your angle is just right. And I'm like, that's gold right there, you know.
Yeah, I
So,
definitely like how you do your videos and everything to show what you have and everything. So
what do you use for your setup?
I just use my iPhone, and I have a ring light and a clip that clips the phone right above it, and that's it.
Oh
I
wow!
I try to keep it as quick as possible. Like, I don't make the snakes the stars, and for me, it's just so easy to edit and record, so I don't have to
Mhm.
think about what I have to say in front of the camera and stuff like that. And I'm able to put out 2-3 videos a week, at least during the breeding season when things go crazy.
right,
Right.
iPhone gang.
Yeah. Right.
But I remember watching a video, and was it? I don't know if it was late. I don't know what year was it. Are you doing because you have the whatchamacallit in your background? You're raising money.
Oh, yeah, that's my Freedom Breeder Fund that I'm supposed to, sell snakes and put towards that. But every snake I've sold, I've immediately turned around and bought another snake with it. So kind of need to update that for this year.
Oh, that's great. So, is ball pythons the only thing you're working with right now?
As far as breeding, yeah, I have some turtles. I really love turtles, but I have no plans to breed those.
Mhm.
A blue tongue skink, but ball pythons mainly for breeding. And since I teach biology, I use them as biology lessons, especially with genetics, and just share them with the kids every week.
Do you keep any of them in your classroom?
I do have some turtles in the classroom right now. Last year I did have the ball pythons, and I haven't brought in a rack yet, but my plan is to bring a rack and some of these babies that I've hatched out this year, bring them in the classroom and share them with the kids.
Right. I mean,
So-
that's a good friend. What, Dr. Joe, that does that.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool. Like, getting the kids involved and everything. That just another potential breeder, or
Yeah.
but it's pretty cool. Like how the interaction, and I mean, I guess that's what you were thinking about with doing with testing. I mean, he does it with the kids and everything. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
I did reach out to Dr. Seidel as well as Dr. Joe about testing, and I haven't implemented it yet, but maybe in the future I'll do that as well.
Yeah.
I would love to get into that, but the equipment price, I think, is the only thing that I'm really scared about. But
Hey, we got Charlie, right? Gray Rider Reptiles.
yeah, Charlie, that's right.
That's
the man right there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. A home run.
Hey, Will, what's up?
What's up, Will?
But it seems like when he was involved and everything, like I think there's different kinds of equipment that you can go from, to the low end to a higher end. I think obviously so,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, if you're getting into it that like that, I mean, you might as well just buy the best of the best for whatever you can, make it faster for yourself.
I don't know, dude. I'd get a Freedom Breeder rack first.
Probably right, and the shipping is probably a lot cheaper since you're on the same West Coast with them.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'd love to pick it up at a show, but for some reason they don't do shows here. We had ARS at Pomona last year.
You're telling me that they don't bring their stuff to like the what is it in Pomona?
No, for whatever reason.
That's wild. You would think that would be one of the best shows that they would do.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So what bigger shows have you been to?
I've just been to the California shows, but I think 2024 will be the year I maybe do a Tinley or an Arlington or Dallas now. But we'll see. I'd like to do at least one of the big shows next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
want to either go to Florida or to the Super Show. So I don't know what it's going to be. I say this way. It depends on what Paul wants to do because he's the muscle.
Yeah, so I was thinking about Daytona or California at one point or another, but it'll be, I think, maybe one big show a year.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all I can be able to take off, I guess, at one point, of my job.
From what I'm hearing, the Pomona show might be a big one with a lot of people coming into that one. So
I've been hearing a lot of people are going to it. Yeah, you're right. It's probably going to be a good show. And you said you've been to that show, right?
Yeah, I went to.
How is it with like moving around and everything like that?
It was spacious, and some parts got a little bit crowded. Anaheim was a really nice as far as space wise, but it didn't have the numbers that Pomona did. But we used to have shows here in San Diego, and they were super crowded. But going up to Pomona and Anaheim's much better.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it.
Yeah, so we went to Tinley. Obviously, it's the first big show I ever been to, and from what people were talking about is that they probably grew out of that area. I mean, it was once they let everybody in, like at 10 o'clock, like it was packed.
Yep.
And then some of the aisles were smaller than the other aisles, so like you were bottlenecked into like the tables, like that's like yeah.
Well, the last Arlington show was like that. And I think that's one of the big reasons why they did move it to Dallas, because it was just way too crowded.
Okay.
But I agree. They really outgrew that in Tinley. They I don't know what they're going to do. They need to do something, though. Because like Adam, he was actually, from Proper Royals, he was outside in the hallway on the first day.
I think he just took some space off of Redline, off of his table.
Yes.
So I think Robin let him just promote himself on a table.
Well, then he got a table on the inside the next day, which he had to pay for that.
Oh,
hey,
okay.
Stan, how's it going?
What's up, Stan? What's going on, William? So yeah. So like I said though, but the experience was amazing. Like everybody there. You're running into people that you only talk to on Instagram. I mean, so it was pretty cool just saying hello to everybody and seeing some of the snakes. I'm telling you, man, some of the guy Levance had that hurricane, desert ghost, stranger, and one other clown, and I was just like,
yeah.
He had one listed for 35,000, and it just had no hurricane in it. It was amazing.
And then the gorilla. I'm still in love with this thing, y'all.
Yeah, the thing's dope.
It is nice. It is nice. In person, it's unbelievable.
There's the other one.
So what? I mean, I watched some of your videos and everything, and when they come out, what are your genes that you like working with mostly?
I work with pretty much the big ones: the Desert Ghost, Clown. I got a lot of G Stripe. I hatched my first G Stripes this year. They're double het DG hypos, so that should be fun to work with. I just hatched out some triple het BPI Xanthic Clown genetic stripes.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully in a few years I'll hit those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to show off some snakes you want to sell, you're more than welcome to. We actually love doing that, helping our guests sell. That's awesome.
Yeah. Definitely, I could pull some snakes out.
That'll work.
Did you just recently have a Desert Ghost clutch, or were you doing pairings?
I just had a Desert Ghost clutch, and it was from a head-to-head pairing. And from what I understand, head-to-head is a little iffy because there's chances that they won't work at all. And I was lucky to get on the right side of that. And they actually just shed today, so maybe in a little bit I'll pull them out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool.
So how many did you hit visual?
I hit 2 and possibly another. One might be a pastel Mojave Desert Ghost. It's kind of hard to tell Desert Ghost with Mojave, so I gotta wait till it heads out and see.
So what is one of your favorite genes? Non-recessive.
I've really gotten into the lace. So I've got a pastel blade lace clown that should be breeding for me this year.
Nice.
I just seen a video. Did you show that? You showed that off right next to a what?
Oh, the Hypo Clown versus the Lace video. I had.
Yes. Yeah.
Hypo Clown, love that. I haven't hatched my first clowns yet, but I've got a lot of double heads and stuff like that.
Uh-huh. You got some powerhouses hanging around in those racks, huh?
Yeah, just hold on to them and bide my time. And
like I think with last, like I didn't like at all. I didn't like Cheese Stripe at all. Like I just wasn't a fan. And now I every time I see him, I love him more and more. So it's so simple, everything, and I just love it. Just so the whole aspect of G Stripe. Now I'm like I can't wait to get G Stripe clowns and and going and everything. That's
what's super underrated right now is the acid static confusion genetic stripes, but they totally just disrupt that genetic stripe and make it crazy.
That sounds pretty cool.
I've got a pairing coming up this season.
Okay.
That'll hopefully not lead to G stripes, but the heads for that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I didn't think about that. Yeah, definitely disrupt that pattern.
Oh, freaking Will. Clown is so 2020. Whatever, Will.
Yeah,
sit in your corner, Mr. No Podcast.
Yeah. Will's all about puzzle,
Yeah.
So I've been hearing that puzzle's a new clown.
I've touched my first puzzles this year too.
You got head to head, or did you do?
It was head to head. I did a double head VPI Xanthic puzzle to each other, and I barely missed out on the VPI Xanthic puzzle, but I got 2 puzzles. I got a bunch of VPIs in it, so
yeah, that's it. Just building blocks for a better future.
Oh,
huh?
wow.
That's nice. You kept them all back, I'm pretty sure.
Will, I saw that snake on the puzzle chat, so nice pickup.
Oh, I didn't see it. He had a nice pickup.
Yeah.
With a puzzle, I'm pretty sure.
I believe so. Or het puzzle, one of those.
Okay. Yeah, Will is a silent killer. He has some nice stuff. Will.
Yep. So how many holdbacks do you have this year? The big question.
All of them.
Yeah, I want to test things before I let some of them go, because a lot of them are possible triple hets, and I gotta know before I let them go. But I'm thinking I might have like 30 or so holdbacks this year.
Oh wow! So that's pretty much half of what you've hatched this year.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Last year I had a lot of holdbacks as well. I think I held back like 20 something, and just trying to build my collection through what I like and what I'm working with.
How many clutches have you had from last year to this year?
Last year I had 6, and then this year I have 11. And I've always had aspirations, maybe I could do 30, maybe I could do 40, but teaching's still my primary thing.
Right.
And getting 11 clutches this year is a lot with all the teaching as well. So I'm thinking around a dozen, 12 to 15 is my sweet spot.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
For like a couple, or you're just gonna progress every year, or is that where you're gonna stay at? You're saying?
For now, I'd like to sit around 15 a year.
Okay.
Until I retire. And I figured it was always my plan to build my collection before I retire, and then once I retire I could just full steam ahead. And so far
it's kind of like what I was thinking too. Like that's like my future, is just build my collection. I mean, I might have 10 years left, but I'm sure I'll be able to build and then finally just go full steam ahead. Exactly. Yeah.
So who do you use to ship?
I use Redline, and I'm not or anything, but that's the first one I went with, and I'll stick with what I went with, but I'm satisfied with them.
Mm-hmm. I just met Robin at Tinley's, and it's really nice guy, really busy guy. Guy's all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah. Wishroom Call was there too as well. I mean, they were promoting just as well. Ship Your Reptiles.
Oh
Yeah.
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 So did you get to watch any of the Tinley auction online?
I did. I haven't had a chance to do that. I caught a few highlights of the fight videos, but
Awful.
Paul, I didn't catch yours. So
Awful. That's fine. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm gonna. I need to find that. If somebody has it in the chat, I really need that video.
Of what?
Bobby still hadn't seen it yet.
Oh, the whole thing? Is it? It's on whatchamacallit?
High Desert.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go to High Desert. Yep. I think
Okay.
he has the whole fight.
Yeah, I definitely need to get that.
Yeah.
That was something to. Man, poor Paul. That next morning he woke up. He was hurt, and I felt bad for him, but not too bad.
I wouldn't feel bad. Miserable. I had to pick up my leg just to get in the car. It was fun. It was fun. Like I said, we had a real good time. Everybody was there. Afterwards, they're going to and eat. You're going out to eat, and everyone drinking and everything. It was pretty fun.
Except for Paul.
What?
You wasn't drinking.
No. But that's even better. The progression it goes from early night to it's just start seeing everybody slurring on it. This is my forever.
It was a lot of fun still. So are you going to start a regular YouTube show? I could see you doing something like that.
I've always thought of doing some lives, but I actually reached out to Chip from Regius Sphere. I wanted to partner with him, but he turned me down.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm thinking of doing a different one because maybe like I want to do a video on triple hets and how when you breed triple hets, how it's easier to get double hets out of that, and just do like all the genetics and stuff behind it, and just do a live like that and presenting it kind of like a lecture. I don't know if that would work, but I thought I'd do that just for fun.
That sounds good. Yeah, definitely.
Hey,
what's
Sammy?
going on, Sammy? Carissa?
Hey, Carissa, how are you doing, girl?
Yeah. I like informational, I mean, it can never just learn, never, absorb too much anyway. So just definitely should think about it.
I've got lots of years of learning to do, but I would love to do those kind of videos too. But I'm nowhere near. I mean, I still I haven't even had a clutch yet. I've got some close, but no cigar yet.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
So, but I don't know.
Paul don't know.
I'm stuck.
Paul, how long have you been breeding?
So it'd be almost 2 years. Is it 2 years? Actually, no. So I started, so a year. I started in the beginning of the summer last year. So yeah. Wow. So I just went head first in, and figured I just go. I have more rack space than snakes. So yeah, as Gerald would say. But
That's a good thing.
It's fun though. I mean, like I come home from work and I'm usually downstairs and just doing everything. I just had another clutch that I didn't think was actually going to happen, and of a regular pod. I had a regular pod girl go with I got a pastel Desert Ghosts Orange Dream Leopard head pod. So I got four huge eggs out of her, and and I just started pairing again. So I got some pairings going. I got two visual locks that I seen, and everything else. So I figured to just progress now. Got three clutches this year. Last year. Well, if you want to consider this being the beginning of the new season, I have 3 the whole time under my belt. So
right. Yeah. So do you breed your own rodents?
I have a small breeding stock of rodents just to feed the non-frozen eaters, but I mainly do feed frozen.
Who do you buy? Who do you buy from frozen?
I buy from Lane Labs. They're here in California.
Okay.
And ship as soon as I order, I almost get it like in 2 days, which is really convenient.
Uh-huh.
And price wise, since they are in California, it's actually comparable or even better than the other competitors. So
Okay.
Hmm.
Do you have now when you do you have like do you just order them and then feed them, or you have a bunch? You know,
I try to order.
Do you have a stockpile of frozen rats?
I try to order for at least a month or two.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, about every month I put in an order.
Do you?
And how much is that for you there? Just for like a typical order?
So yeah, I feed mice because
Oh, okay.
just to save money, I could get a mice for $1 each, a jumbo mice, and
Oh, nice.
Then I think that would be the smart route to do. I get it. Yeah.
and
Yeah. If
I
I could
do
get them that cheap, I would feed them too. I hate raising rats.
I do buy some frozen rats for some of the larger snakes, but primarily the majority of my collection is on the jumbo mice, and they've been doing well. They breed.
Uh-huh. What do you feed every week, or do you feed every other week?
I feed every week.
Okay.
And sometimes with the bigger girls or the ones I want to grow faster, they'll get an extra.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's weekly.
That's what I do too. Like I get I feed live, but like I order extra because like I'll go through my collection and I'll be like, all right, I'll feed these guys if they and I don't get large rats or small rats. I usually do crawlers and weens. That's all I usually get. And the weens I don't know what's bigger, crawler or weens. I don't know how everyone's, but they're usually pretty big. They're not tiny. So, and then I'll feed double if some snakes, and then I'll go and then the next week I'll do the other set. So I'll always feed a little extra on some of the snakes, and I pretty much have good percentage of them eating every week. So,
Holly, do you work with ASFs at all?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I really just want to take everything to ASF and get rid of the rats. So everything's in my garage. And here in Oklahoma, you can't just open the garage door during the summertime, when we have air conditioner in there and everything. So, yeah, I really want to just do straight ASFs, basically just for the smell of it. I have 6 racks out there, and there's 6 tubs per rack. So, I mean, you can just imagine what that smells like.
smells good, I bet.
No.
With the ASFs, they used to have a stigma with them that, if they get stuck on it, and unfortunately I live in California, so I can't have those, but
I had a few snakes that and even the person said, this guy's a picky eater, so he's eating ASFs. And literally, I got the snake shipped to me, and for the first week, I put a rat in there, and it killed it, and it's never stopped. Like so,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it happens, but I've had a few that were on ASFs, and they just went straight over the rats.
I've never we only have one that only takes ASFs. And Bobby can get him to eat rats every now and again. I can't, but he has to have a small ASF. He's a very picky boy. But I'll do both. I don't have a problem with any of them eating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
it's funny though. Like I'll go through Morph Market and I'll see that too. But I'll even be like, I don't know, ASFs or even with mice too. Like something, and I know a few breeders that they're all they do is that, and that's like Levance from Straight Fire. He feeds and whatchamacallit. And I think Hardwire has a lot of his snakes on mice too. And I mean, I got a snake from Tony, and he just went straight to rats. But he was actually a little picky eater, but he just eats rats. So I don't think skip a week, Billy.
right. So, Mark, do you have anybody that helps you with their cleaning of the snakes and rat or your mice and stuff like that?
No, it's a solo operation here.
Oh my goodness, that would be terrible.
Our school changed to a later start time, so after teaching for 20 years and waking up at 5 a.m., now I got an extra hour to work on the snakes and the rats and stuff in the morning, and
That's pretty cool. So what, an extra hour or something?
yeah. We used to start 7:30 and now it's 8:30. So
Okay.
Nice.
Mm.
I bet you like that. You get to sleep in just a hair. No.
you know, for waking up at 5 a.m. 20 years, it's just a habit now. And
Oh, it's
Oh,
such
yeah.
a habit. I can't kick that at all. And it doesn't matter. On my days off, I'm up at 4:00 in the morning. It doesn't
weekends,
matter.
holidays.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And sometimes I'll get up and I'll walk around. I'll do whatever, and then I'll go back and take a nap if I could. So
Yeah, whenever he gets off work, he's like, "Okay, yeah, I'm off work. I'm home. I'm
I take my
taking a
old
nap."
man naps every once in a while. Yeah,
Hey, man, I take on man naps too.
yeah. So
There's nothing wrong with that. So
Hey,
you don't.
Oh,
What's
go ahead.
that?
My bad. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say.
I was gonna say you guys both work hurricane, right?
Yes.
yeah, I got a few hurricanes. Yep.
You want me to pull out a couple of hurricanes I have right behind me?
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Okay.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Let me go grab them.
So, Paul, how many babies do you have right now? You have to sell.
Do I have? I have. I got 7. That
Nice.
as soon as they get up to size, I'll start taking pictures and sending them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here goes everyone's favorite morph, pinstripe.
I love
So we
pinstripe.
got hurricane pinstripe here. She's het desert ghost as well.
Oh wow.
Now the cool thing about this clutch is the female. She was just a straight up hurricane. It was actually a dual sired clutch. I bred a pinstripe desert ghost to her, and also a pastel super enchi desert ghost het hypo. And I got one of each of what I really wanted, and one of them was the pinstripe hurricane het desert ghost.
That is pretty nice.
And
We know, Kevin. We know.
if anybody hasn't ever seen it, look up calligraphy on Morph Market, and it's a pinstripe desert ghost combo that's just crazy hurricane as well.
So
And
really, I never heard of that.
yeah, I was just looking up ideas after I hatched this one and I saw it, and now I'm going to be shooting for that.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, let me put her away.
Oh, I like that. I do love pinstripe too.
It's another gene that I didn't like, and now I'm starting to like it.
Oh darn. I don't know if it's fixing a storm or something, but both of the Great Danes have come in here, and I keep on trying to shoosh them out. They keep getting closer.
Oh yeah, well are they shaking? Shaking the storm?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
But I
my.
can also, on the other side of me, I have Bobby in the kitchen being loud, hitting the wall. That's one of the reasons why I want to change office rooms. I'm like, oh,
My pit's like that too. Just him too. He's scared. He's scared as all hell when thunder starts.
This girl is extra spicy, and Enchi and Hurricane probably not the best combo, but because Enchi really,
Yeah, she looks like she wants to tag you.
she's gonna tag me. She already got me before. But Pastel, Enchi, Hurricane, Het Desert Ghost, so female as well. So I got 2 of exactly what I was shooting for in one clutch. So super happy about that.
That is pretty cool.
hey, Victory.
Look at I love the bottom.
I do too.
Belly. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm gonna get tagged, so I'm gonna put her back.
You don't have to get tagged for ratings around here. Although it'd be all right.
It'd have to be a good tag, though.
This one's for Will. It's a puzzle.
Oh, there you go, Will.
William.
Okay, probably not the best example of a puzzle, but you can see it does have that puzzle eye stripe and has a really strong dorsal stripe. And the pattern on the sides, instead of being like crazy wacky, they're just like clean and
It's still you still definitely tell, right?
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
So that's the single gene puzzle.
Single gene puzzle, maybe het VPI,
Okay.
66% possible.
Very cool.
And that's the cool thing about puzzles is the variety in them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all going to look the same, and
Right.
that's the cool thing about them.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
really pretty though. It's
You
very
definitely,
clean. It almost looks
definitely
desert.
can tell, though,
goat.
the het puzzles and stuff like that too.
Mhm.
The het markings on the puzzle, you can definitely tell how wacky they are.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to see those. All I know, like,
It's just
would
all
be
wonky.
the eye just to look for the track marks. But like everybody's like, oh, the little white tip on the clown, could be hit, make it hit. And I'm like, I don't trust that.
Well, that's true too, though, right?
Yeah.
I did hatch some het pied, 50% possible het monsoons, and you could definitely tell that het monsoon
Are
influence.
you're working monsoon as well?
Yeah.
So
Just-
what you got?
Just from a het male, Mojave het monsoon male.
Okay.
And I bred him to a pied and got 6 babies out of that one, and they all look crazy. I'm hoping that monsoon test comes out soon. Because
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure sooner or later that testing is gonna come out. Just hit.
Mhm.
And Austin's holding out on us. I want to see that monsoon pie. I know
That's what I was just gonna say. So I've been hearing him say, "Oh yeah." So supposedly he has monsoon pied,
Yeah, he has a monsoon pie.
Oh my gosh.
and he's just holding out.
Yeah, I think he has more clutches coming, and he wants to see what else comes out with that before he reveals it. So
Why? Show
Yeah,
this.
right.
Although I remember being on the watching their live, and then what's his name sent an AI of a monsoon pied, right?
yeah.
And they thought it was real. Yeah, it was pretty funny. What's going on, Phil? Thanks for stopping in. Victory.
I remember when Jaffe was on, I think MJ's show, and he got a call from Austin, and I wrote a comment, "Hey, answer it. He hit the monsoon pied," and surprisingly, he actually did, and was calling Jaffe at that time.
Oh, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I definitely like to see that. It's funny. Like, it seems though that somebody needs to hit something that's going to change it up a little bit, because to me it looks kind of all the same.
Very dominating. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to really love it to work with it, I suppose.
Yeah. So
I got a pos het female that I've been trying to get Austin to look at, but I can't get him to respond. It's like, come on.
well,
Those guys are super busy though.
I think whatchamacallit actually sent pictures to Austin for ID, and like he responded like 6 months later. He's like thanks. He's like, it's already sitting on eggs.
Oh my gosh.
He was kidding, but
I bought a possible het from Anna Kirby of AK Morphs, and she said she sent pictures off to Austin, and he replied and said that it's got some strong monsoon markers. So
okay,
Oh, good.
that's pretty cool.
Sorry, I hadn't get on my dog here.
It was Lord
Make
Lord
noise.
that sent that AI. But that wasn't on an MJ. That was on. I think that was on the Monday night thing that I seen.
Mm.
there was that show as well, Will, and then there was another one.
Okay, yeah.
So you don't have any visual monsoon yet, but is it going to be this year maybe?
Hey,
Let me
Nicole.
pull that girl out. Let's see how big she is right now.
All
Okay.
right. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Bosa. Nice to see y'all stopping in.
Yes.
I don't know if she's going to be ready this year, but she's close. We'll see. So this is a banana pinstripe het black axanthic and 50% possible het monsoon. Kind of hard to see, but the pattern, especially on the dorsal, is a little bit crazy. So hopefully,
yeah.
So what's the I mean black axanthic. What is black axanthic, and what line is it?
it's just a different line of axanthic called black axanthic, and
Okay.
apparently as it ages, it gets darker and darker.
Okay.
Mm.
This one's
Yeah.
about short.
So you're fixing to weigh her?
I'm sorry, say again?
Oh, I thought you were fixing to weigh her.
No, but I think she's around 800 to 900.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, I bred some 1,200 gram girls that went for me, so
Right.
Yeah.
we'll see by maybe around March where she's
Okay.
at.
Yeah,
So where do
never
you
know.
see your like breeding plans within 5 years? Where do you want to be at?
Retic quick in the building.
Well, I've been hoarding all those triple hets and stuff like that, so hopefully that, and with some incomplete dominance mixed in. I also want to move towards having less incomplete dominance with the recessives and focusing more on supers, like super chocolate clowns and super chocolate puzzles, things like that, as opposed to just stacking everything. Like I just hatched out my Desert Ghost I think it's a pastel Mojave leopard nanny yellow belly Desert Ghost, and it has so many genes stacked in it, it kind of loses things. It's really fun. I'll have a video on those this weekend.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. What's up, Jared?
Hey, Jared, what's up, man? Hey,
so-
Sammy, and not much,
So
man.
you're gonna and are you still gonna stay around 70 snakes or well plus your hatchlings and stuff like that? Or you think you're gonna?
I'm looking to downsize, especially the females and the males that I won't be using anymore. But I'm thinking I would like to stay around 15 clutches a year and just try to improve my stock and grow.
Going on, Sammy. Yeah.
That's the same thing I've kind of ran into, like, because we've only been in it a little over 2 years, and we started everything from a baby, right? And now knowing what I didn't know 2 years ago, it's like, yeah, I've got a lot of females I need to get rid of, because everybody's like, I'll just pick up this, it'll be fine, just get a banger male. Well, I've got like quite a few banger males, but not really anything good to put them with. So I don't know. Paul has a Wookiee over here that she's gonna come missing.
Yeah.
Wookiee's awesome. I need to get some of that.
Yeah. At possible, well, I think it's 100% hypo, and then it's pos
clown,
pos DG, and there's another pos that I don't remember because it's possible quad head. So
hypo, I don't even remember.
It's 100% hypo.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a nice snake that I don't have.
Well, so we've been trying to, he needs to get the shipping all together, figure out, and I know you can go on Redline's website and order a package, right? So if he wants it before it either gets too hot or too cold, right now to me is like the perfect time for shipping. I don't know how cold it is where you're at, Paul. Well, I kind of do, but
it's not that's bad.
Yeah,
not bad yet. Not bad yet.
So do you guys stop shipping after the holiday season or during the holiday season?
I think that's like a norm. I think it's like once it starts to get the freezing temps, but
well, isn't it like from Thanksgiving to like maybe the second or third week in January?
Yeah. So it could be that, yeah. But
just with all the Christmas packages and the weather also. So
yep.
So
and I've been waiting. I was supposed to get one in today from Bob Vu that I seen at the show and fell in love with it. And I was like, oh, I really want this snake.
He loves you anyway. He just sends you, yeah, take this.
No, he doesn't. I wish. No, I have to pay for everything, sir. I am not special. But he had said the other day on Instagram he's going to be updating his morph market. So I'm like, yeah, we better wait because there's probably going to be one or two on there I'm going to want anyway.
Yes, thank you, Bobby, for feeding my snakes. I think she also has the leopard LSR fire.
Yeah,
that I have there sitting there too as well.
And yeah, so he's all his
being
snakes
treated
over
royalty.
here.
They're royalty over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a nice snake out of them though.
Shame.
Not no, very nice. Not. So you said you want Wookiee. What else are you looking to get? Like I've been wanting. What is it? Bernhardt black pastel.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of really good things about redhead, so if I was to get into something, probably a redhead.
Mm-hmm. Redhead is nice.
I picked one up this year.
Miss Holly has a redhead.
And it's actually has pinstripe in it too, so it looks like a crazy monsoon.
Yeah, it is a nice snake.
But like I'm wanting the Bernhardt black pastel. I have a super special, the NoCo super special, and I really don't know what to put him to yet. I've been trying to figure it out.
Gotta make some hats.
Yeah, that's about the only thing I can do.
Are really nice.
Yeah. So do you have
any do, Kevin? I bet you do.
Please. Of course he does. I think he likes anything with two legs, maybe even four.
Fucking Kevin. Leave it up to Kevin to make it fucking creepy.
So you're a high school teacher, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's like you do 9 through 12.
Yeah.
Love it. So is there any of your students that's really grabbed your attention that really wants to get into breeding?
Oh yeah, every year there's always certain students that just really gravitate towards the animals and stuff, and definitely there are some this year. And I usually choose one or two of them to just like take care of everything in the classroom, and they do that. So
do you have to I mean, like you said, like the kids are asking questions and they want to get them. Do you have to convince the parents?
Oh yeah. The kids will take them whatever, and the parents are the ones you got to convince.
Yeah, I actually love doing that, going somewhere with the snakes, and then the kids all want to come up and see them, and the parents are on the other side of the room sitting there going, nope. They won't even come over there with their kid. Like, geez, you know. But I kind of feel the same way about the tarantulas and stuff at the shows until I seen Taylor's mom's tarantula, and I just love that freaking tarantula, man.
I don't think there's any, and it's funny too because I just had a conversation with Bubba from the Acorn collection, and he just got a black widow for a pet.
I saw that. Yeah.
There is no way. In any part of my career, but like I'm gonna buy spiders. I just not happening.
Well, we grow black widows here in the backyard, so I may as well just start selling them because when I find them, they're dead.
That's exactly what I would do. I mean, I wonder how much a black widow costs.
I have no idea.
So just start cupping them up. $60.
So do you ever like want to get into venomous or anything like that?
No. Big snake, venomous there.
Yeah.
Since I'm a one-man gang here, you know, I really don't want anything that could do any damage to me.
Yeah. Right. I like to have all my fingertips, and I like to have my life.
Holly, are your thoughts?
I want them. I really do, but my husband's like, not in the house. So, but I'll get one. I'll get a good enclosure. I went to Earl's house and seen his while he still had his. And like his office wall, there was like 2 walls that these enclosures were on. And they were so nice. They're all behind lock and key. The office was locked also. And just to walk in there and hear all the rattles and stuff, it was just, I fell in love even more. So. Yeah,
if you can't hold, you know, I just don't see a point to it.
You can hold them.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure you can hold them. Yeah.
If you want to keep, like, there's certain techniques to it and everything, and that's one thing I want to do is get, do a couple of classes and get educated on handling venomous first before I do it. I actually have a rat customer here. He has venomous in little kids, and it just makes me nervous, for the little kids around them.
How do you like the blood, Bosa? because that's like where I'm heading to. Like I want to get a blood. I've been looking and looking and looking and looking. I think eventually I'm going to pull the trigger once I get everything set up for it. Yeah. So I might as well get tagged every day with the thing until it's done. Until it doesn't.
Now, is that the one like Bubba was showing us? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. The teapot. That's a blood. There's a Sumatran, the blood, and the I can't. I don't remember the other one, but like the Sumatran is like supposedly the most docile of them. The blood and a little bit smaller, short tails they call them too as well.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I think I want one, and eventually go that route with them too.
The YouTube algorithm just recently suggested a blood python video from Tinley. I forgot who it was, but
Juggernaut probably.
I believe that was the one.
Yeah. They just made the first. So it was like the leucistic, like the Blue Eye Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
They made the first of one of them, and the thing's gorgeous. Dave Kaufman was holding that. And they gave him like the award of the best snake at Tinley, and the thing's gorgeous. And but they also had one there that was jet black with orange eyes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that was the Sumatran. So like a dark line or whatever they and I was just like, that's exactly what I want. So
if you want to get into the lace project, Phil Snyder right here has some beautiful lace, and I'm actually going to be getting one from him, a lace clown male next year. Hopefully before then, but
yeah, everybody smash that like button. Thanks, Stan.
Yes, we need likes. So, do you have anything else you have for sale that you can show?
You know what? I have them in like my garage. I have a converted garage where I mainly keep the newer and the babies, and it takes me a while to get them. But
okay.
I do want to shout out that on my YouTube, I am doing a giveaway for a male hidden gene Woma yellow belly het for either cryptic or clown, and 50% possible het ultramel. And Gray Rider Reptiles has said that he will give a free ultramel shed test for that. And I'm also giving a sibling sister that's a normal that has those hets as well. So
that's cool. Absolutely.
Yeah. So do you have yourself a reel made up or whatever for it?
I have not done that yet, but definitely I'll be doing that.
Yeah, we can share that on our channel as well to help.
Yeah. Very cool.
Anything we can do to help.
Did we shout out our sponsors?
No, I haven't yet. I've just been visiting. Let's do that real quick. Are you ready?
Thank you for our sponsors.
Yes, absolutely.
Everybody with their QR codes.
Yes, y'all can pause that anywhere, scan them.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
And you don't have to get an app. You can just go right to the whatchamacallit, and it's right up in the corner by Instagram. Instagram does it for you.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I want to send a shout out to Kevin. He sent a bunch of stickers for me to share with my students, and I still see them walking around campus with their sticker on their computer. So.
Oh yeah, sure.
Cool.
Skull, little Kevin. Oh, Kevin. Kevin's such a good guy.
So I actually sent a big package of my stickers with Dr. Joe, and when I was at the show the other day, he's like, "Oh yeah, I still have your stickers in here," and this was like months ago, like I think in June maybe. And he pulls out the little baggie and, he starts giving them to customers or whatever. And I was just like, oh, thanks, Dr. Joe. But those were meant for the kids.
Logan, what's going on, Logan?
Hi, man. What's going on, Logan?
Kevin wants to know what happened to his QR code.
I have no idea. I sent it to him
You sent it to him?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't get it though. All right. Okay.
It's even right here on the computer, Dilly. I think.
I didn't see it on the whatchamacallit though.
Well, I'll have to fix that.
Unbelievable.
And yep. So everybody,
hashtag unbelievable to get 10% off for Charlie's shed test. By the way.
Yes. Yeah, Mark, you need to make sure to use that.
You know, I'm a part of Blue Line Morph's Patreon.
Yeah.
So
By the way, that's what I want to know. Yes. I made once maybe did I see?
Yeah, I went in that chat and it just blew up my phone. It's like, you know, I better put that on silent. So
well, that's like the lesson learned. Like so, like you come in and you just say hello to everybody, and then at nighttime you just go boop.
Yeah, I've been in there 2 or 3 months now, and
the chat is always moving.
Yes, always. And it's just like scroll to the bottom. If you don't check your phone for 2 hours, you know you're going to skip a lot of stuff.
When I go to work in the morning and I come out, I have at least over 200 messages. I'm like, yeah.
I'm not going back.
Yeah.
Are you guys a part of any other Patreons?
I was Billy's, but I'm not right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I have Billy's Patreon as well.
I'm a part of Will Moreau's RCR Mafia, so that's
okay. How's that?
I really like it. I've been on that for over a year almost, and just being able to network with the people that are on there is really valuable. And he has a weekly Zoom call, and sometimes
does he have different tiers as well?
No, it's just one tier.
Okay.
We've got access to everyone, and
very cool.
It's really good.
There's a lot of people are coming out with the Patreons and everything like that as well, which I think is a cool idea.
Yeah.
Well,
more power to them.
Yep.
Not only just for the Patreon and to learn stuff, but it's also for, like you said, the networking. And you know, you get breeders in there giving you better deals and everything, and it
also
depends on which one you're in too, though, because some of them don't let you do
like
that.
The Patreon is starting to get whatchamacallit too, because I think they just started doing or it's gonna happen. Like you're gonna be able to chat in the Patreon now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like I think they're gonna start expanding Patreon now. Like if you're all in it and you could chat, like even like when I guess Billy does his those open calls and stuff like that. It'd probably be on Patreon. It could be probably doing it on Patreon. Everyone would be chatting in there as well. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, we're right at it.
Yeah.
So, Mark, I'm going to put you backstage real quick.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much. Polly Wally.
Flew by.
It did.
58 minutes.
That was a great show. Appreciate everybody coming, and
thank you everyone for showing up.
And again, thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate you guys very much. Anything else?
Mike in the chat. Didn't see Mike in the chat. He must be working. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, guys. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.